Here's how you charge more money as a personal trainer and how you scale up your personal training business, because a lot of us skip this step. The first thing that I want to note is that when you're selling a high value service like personal training, you have to appear like a professional. That means you have to dress better than your clients. It means you have to look prepared and like you put some thought into your appearance and the location, the environment that you're training people in. When we were about to shoot this video, I talked to our marketing director and I said, hey, John, like, what should I wear? Most of the people in our audience wear a t-shirt all day because, that's what they've seen from people in CrossFit or other gym owners. And he said, well, maybe you want to wear a t-shirt. But the bottom line is like, you always want to be slightly better dressed than your audience, right? There's no harm in being better dressed. There is some harm in being the worst dressed person in the room. So if you expect somebody to pay you $90 for an hour, you should look like a professional who charges $90 an hour. What does that look like? It's not jogging pants. It's not t-shirt. It's not hat on backward. It's not like you rolled out of bed. You have to look like you're there with intention and purpose. You also have to speak like an expert. Okay, so if you're throwing out F-bombs, if you speak and write like you've got a 5th grade education, I'm sorry if that offends some of you, then people will not see a higher value in your service. You have to appear to be at least as educated as the client that's paying you for that time, or they won't pay you for that time. They'll find somebody who is more professional than you. When you're starting out as a personal trainer, you're going to start off with one-on-one sessions, and these are usually going to be about an hour, and you're going to be honing your craft. How do you pick, what that time is worth? Well, you start off with how much do I want to earn, and you work backward from there. When you're starting off as a personal trainer, the best advice I ever got was, if you're not training clients 40 hours a week, then you need to spend the other hours trying to get new clients. If you've got one client that you're training twice a week, then you've got 38 hours to work on marketing yourself as a personal trainer. If you've got 10 hours a week of personal training, then you've got 30 hours a week left to market yourself and get more clients. And that's the way that you've got to look at it. You set your rates by calling the other gyms in town and saying, what are you selling your personal training for? Especially the big chain gyms, because they're the ones who are doing research on what the market will actually bear. Too many of us project our own budget, and let's face it, if you're starting out as a personal trainer, you're broke, onto our clients. Instead, we should be looking at like what the market will actually pay a personal trainer and then charge at least that amount, because you're probably more proficient than the Globo Gym trainer, with the 4-hour education. From there, you've got one of two paths. You can open up your own facility and have other trainers working for you, or you can scale up your time by partnering your clients up or putting them into small groups. I chose the path of opening your own gym, and that has worked well for me, but it took a long time and I made a lot of mistakes and it could have been fatal. What you have to realize is that the way you make more money by opening a gym is by having more trainers working for you. And so you have to ask yourself, do I really want to manage people? Do I want to make sure that they're following my processes and procedures? Do I want to own a real business, or do I want to coach people? The other option, and the option that I skipped honestly, was scale up from 1 person to 2 people to 3 people to 4 training at once. And the path that you follow to do this is you fill your book with one-on-one clients, then you change your appointment times to maybe half an hour and you give out more homework. And then you start to notice which clients have similar goals and fitness backgrounds. And you start to say to them, look, I think you could get better results if you were working with this other person. Would you like to meet somebody with the same results or seeking the same results as you with the same fitness background? I think you could get a lot out of doing a session together once a week, twice a week. Partner them up and then ask, how did you like it? Now, each of them might save a little bit of money by doing it this way, but the more important thing is that they're getting the benefit of having a training partner. So don't forget that you're adding that value to them. Then you can scale up to 3 people or 4. You can go on the road. You can take it outside and you can go into their office space or their bank space like we did back in the beginning, or their school or wherever they work. You can meet them on the soccer field with their teammates. You can meet them where they play. You can meet them beside the soccer field while all their kids are having practice. There's a lot of options to you to scale up without necessarily taking on the time and expense to open a gym. Now, once upon a time, I had a personal trainer call me and say, hey, Chris, like I do personal training one-on-one in a gym. I want to make more money. Should I open a gym like you did? And we talked about how this guy could make more money. And the answer was just to raise his rates by $10 per hour because his book was full. For him to make what he was making as a personal trainer in this gym, by opening a new gym, he would have to quadruple the revenue that he was making and be really, really guarded about his profit margin and manage other people and worry about how to keep the place clean and worry about alarm systems and insurance and all that other stuff too. When you scale, you want to think about what is my mission in life? How much money do I want to earn? And then consider both options, scaling up your clientele or opening up a new gym. That's how you make more money as a personal trainer.